Welcome to Wombo Combo Podcast, where you find wombos and combos and the podcast of all podcasts. I'm Greg, and I will introduce the other people as we go down the line. And it will say hey or hi. Connor.
Hey or hi.
Zach 1.
Hi.
Daniel.
In the hey.
Zach
No, hi. No.
Zach 2.
Just shoot me. Hi. Hey. Hi.
Andrew.
What was my line again?
That's good enough. All right.
Great.
So, hi. This is the official You Lost the Game podcast. Just remember that every time you watch us, if you ever watch us. So, thank you for watching us and losing the
Nobody
game.
plays your stupid game, Greg.
Everyone plays the game.
Whether you like
All right,
it or
before this
not.
descends into utter chaos,
This is
let's
utter
go
chaos.
straight into the topic.
Utter like a cow.
So, serious
Can you
gaming
not?
segment right now. Call of
So
Duty
serious.
Advanced Warfare.
I heard it was good, but I don't want it to be good. I want it
Apparently
to
it's
fail.
good. No, I'm looking at
It
Steam
is?
reviews. But these guys seem like not autistic.
Hold on.
Because
Because
like when I
they
first saw
mastered
the
human
impressions,
speech.
like my first impressions when I saw the trailer was, it's Titanfall without the Titans. It's just
My-
exoskeletons
That's
and
what it
huge
looks like.
stuff.
My first reaction was I saw it was an ad on YouTube, and it was a trailer. I was like, "Hey, when did Titanfall get all this cool stuff?" Oh wait, oh god, no! And then as soon as I said that, boom, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare across the
Listen,
stream.
What do you mean? It's like subtract the Titans and then add Kevin Spacey?
Yeah,
Is that cool stuff to you?
yes.
I don't think
Back
that's
to, like,
cool.
Kevin
I'm just saying
Spacey
that's what it
confirmed.
is.
Can I play as Kevin Spacey
What if,
in the
what if
game?
instead of the Titans, you just
You
wrote
can
on
make your own
Kevin
characters
Spacey?
multiplayer.
I've
That
got
was
a
big
positive review here on Steam. A COD game that isn't garbage, not a complete waste of money out of 10.
Hmm.
So I think that says a lot.
Guys,
for the
listen,
COD.
I'm not
though.
gonna buy it.
See,
If you pre-ordered the game, I
Still
think
won't
you
get
got. I think you got weed camo. Actually, I
Did
don't
you?
know. I don't know if that was a joke or
totally
not.
worth
But
it.
you could actually have your gun camo as just weed. It was pretty
There
funny.
was a
looking.
weed camo on Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah,
There
I
was
heard
that too.
There was,
Yeah,
a,
there
there
was.
was a video of someone complaining about that.
Yeah, and then Snoop Dogg was the announcer in later DLC.
Snoop Lion,
That was,
sir?
that was,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
pretty
Whatever.
lying
Nice.
now. No,
I
gotta
can't
be
keep up
politically
with that.
correct.
I'm
Find
sorry.
Warthog or calling my Titan. 13 out of 10 would let 12-year-old bang my mom again.
Nice.
That sounds like a great review.
Uh,
I'm feeling good about this game. Maybe I might actually not
don't
hate it.
you say that? Don't you say?
I mean, if
it's
it
not-
price drops and then
So,
goes on sale,
Daniel,
then
here's
maybe
what
I'll get it.
matters.
if I
Are
get
you
it for
actually gonna get
free, maybe I won't give it back immediately.
But get it for
I mean,
free,
this
I
was the
might not.
first game not produced by Infinity Ward. It wasn't
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
spearheaded by
Sledgehammer
Infinity
made
Ward.
this or
and,
something like
the
that.
Sledgehammer.
didn't it? Sledgehammer.
Yeah, it
made
was
this.
Sledgehammer.
So that might be why it's decent because they brought new talents, even though
Did Sledgehammer work on Dead Space?
Sledgehammer made
no.
Warfare 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say they made Warfare 3 though, so it's not really all that new. And Warfare 3 sucked.
Think they worked on the first Dead Space game. I'm gonna fact check that.
Fact check.
You shouldn't have to fact check, Daniel. You're a fact person.
Yes, the pair formerly worked at Visceral Games and are responsible for the Dead Space video game.
Pretty
Didn't know
good
that.
stuff.
Credibility.
So,
There you go.
I don't really know a whole lot about Marvel, but you guys
What a
do. So
seamless
the-
transition.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
well, it was seamless up
Perfect
until you
segue.
said something about it, asshole.
I'm sorry.
So the Age of Ultron.
Hey, explicit man. This is for children.
Is it?
Keep it down.
Have you seen
That's
any
news
of our
for me.
channels?
I'll just restart
That's
the
news to
recording.
me.
no.
Can you not?
No. That was a joke. It was a very bad joke, but it was a joke.
But it was a
Okay,
joke.
so,
Are
We're
you
talking
sure?
about Age of Ultron right now.
this movie.
And I have
Age
no
of
idea.
Ultron.
That trailer looks great.
Vision. Let's talk about Vision for a minute.
Vision, best Marvel character, 2014, 2001 smash hit Vision. Hopefully, he's gonna be in that movie.
He is gonna be. They
I think they
introduced.
announced it.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know.
Can we talk
I know-
about
Wait.
how? Hold on.
I'm gonna sound like such an idiot, but why is the Hulk fighting Iron Man?
He probably
'Cause why
goes
not?
crazy or he gets mad or some reason. Like say someone dies and he just loses control, so he goes and attacks
Comics,
everything.
it was at an atomic plant for a completely different reason. Like, it wouldn't really make sense for them to integrate the same reason, so I've got no
Well,
idea.
if you
So-
sit here and think about it, in this movie they're saying Tony Stark made Ultron, which he didn't, but I'll let that slide. They said he made
Well, it's
it.
because
and-
Ant-Man's not around yet.
Maybe.
He's
I
not
love
that
Maybe they
Marvel
introduce
leader.
She-Hulk
Slide.
and kill her in the same.
They're gonna kill her in the
So-
movie they introduce her in.
Yeah.
Well, remember, everybody made it. Even Thor almost fought like Tony Stark. So I think something's gonna happen. Ultron's gonna like destroy I don't know, a house or something. Hulk's gonna get all mad at Iron Man.
Oh no, not the house.
That was prime real estate.
So one thing that I've noticed that I think is really strange, they're splitting the next one into 2 movies.
Like,
Yeah,
Half
that's
of
three.
the actors aren't contracted for more than the first one,
Well-
and especially like the actor that plays Captain America, who's what, Chris Evans, is that right?
Well, that's the thing.
He
Segue into the other
refuses
Marvel
to-
movies.
He doesn't want to act anymore.
I think
after his
he's gonna
contract. He
die
wants to-
in Captain America 3.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Civil War.
leading up
I
to.
think a lot of people are gonna die. Actually.
well, actually,
um,
it's called Captain America: The Serpent Society, not the Civil War.
Oh, big difference.
Big difference. Because that means it
But yeah,
probably
I
won't be
think-
the Civil War.
Well, it is a Civil War movie.
Well, no, they didn't. They haven't. One, that's fan theories, and two,
No, that's what they've said.
No, it isn't.
Go fact check me.
I am.
Don't think he won't.
I think Captain America's gonna die, and I think Thor's gonna die because that's how they're gonna get Thor Ragnarok. Ragnarok was the clone made by Tony Stark. So
Why is Tony Stark the problem with half of these movies?
Because he's
Like-
an egocentric masochist.
I thought in the topic like alcohol was his enemy or something.
Yeah,
Enemies
that
of
was
Iron Man. Number
that was
one,
Iron
alcohol.
Man's biggest enemy in the comics. He was a raging alcoholic.
If he was like, if like the movies were like the comic books, I think that like it should just be Nicolas Cage. It's
Yeah,
an
it's
alcoholic
about-
and he's
it's
just fighting
about-
alcoholism.
It's about the
I'm gonna build
return
a
of Red
suit.
Skull, or at least that's the whole. That's the hint that they gave, and it's called the Serpent Society, so it's obviously going to be Hail Hydra. So
I feel like that'd be a good
Oh
way
my
to do
God.
alcoholism though. It's
It is
like
called Civil War.
who needs alcohol when you
No,
have
it's
a
called
big
the
suit
Serpent
and you can blow
Society.
stuff up?
Can you imagine getting drunk and getting in that suit?
it is called
Start
Captain America.
Why
the
imagine
Serpent
it when you can
Society.
do it?
That is the name that they released it under when they released that schedule for the next few years.
I
Just want
saw
Guardians of
Civil
the
War
Galaxy
on there. I
2.
remember.
No.
I could be
That's what I've
wrong.
seen.
I will post it. There's a picture of the thing that they did. It's at the top of the page.
I just want Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I love that movie so much.
I'm not actually
Oh.
excited for that movie. Like I don't know like what the big bad guy will be because they only set up Thanos at the end of the first one. So
So
Yeah.
here's my question: how many of you guys actually heard about the Guardians before that movie?
I did.
Because I know I
actually.
haven't.
But the way my
I
dad
didn't.
explained it to me, it was really weird. I was like, "Whoa, I don't know," because my dad was a big comic book nerd, and he knew stuff. And he was like, "They're making a movie about that." It was like, and apparently, like the old Guardians of the Galaxy, that there was like a completely different thing, and then they remade it in like the 2000s, I want to say, and that's the movie they made it about.
Have
Like
you
that's not
guys
even the
seen
classic
the
ones.
Have you guys seen the 1960s Captain America movie that they
We
made?
don't talk about that
Did
one.
not.
We don't.
It was pretty great.
Do you
I know
guys
that.
remember the? Do you guys remember the old Hulk show, where
Oh yeah.
it was like
Wasn't there an episode? What, didn't he like save a kitten from a tree once? Like,
No.
wasn't that an actual thing?
no, I
Dude,
remember
that's
he,
show a superhero.
listen, he was in prison, and he started watching a football game, and he got really mad because the team was losing, so he hulked up and ran onto the field and scored the team he wanted to win a touchdown and won the game.
Hulky, the real MVP.
There was
He's gonna be
always
on the
this,
cover
like-
of the next game.
hey
There was
Daniel,
always this
you know that
one-
article you just posted?
I know, and I was hoping you wouldn't notice it, but it did say
I
that
did
the name was
notice it.
changed.
It is Captain America
They
Civil
changed.
War.
Apparently, they redacted it. I haven't seen it since. The original thing they posted said the Serpent Society, but apparently they changed.
That was a guy named Mike Pasquillo. I don't know how that's Italian.
Well,
Not
there was
Italian.
this one robot
No.
chicken sketch that I just loved. It was like the Hulk, and then he just finally calms down, and then he's like, "Oh, I just ripped my pants again. I gotta go all the way. I gotta drive out to Dillard's, and I gotta buy, and I gotta talk to." And then he just gets mad again and powers up back into the Hulk.
Okay, so this presents something kind of interesting. So, if they're going to do Civil War, then that means they have to introduce Spider-Man to the Avengers
No,
because he's a big part of the Civil War storyline.
they
Which is
don't
funny,
have to.
isn't the actor
Ant-Man
that
was
plays
kinda
important to the
Spider-Man not
Ultron.
doing Spider-Man
They
past
can't.
the third one?
What was
Well,
that?
Isn't the actor that's playing Spider-Man now, isn't he only just playing it up to the third movie?
Well, either way, they can't unless they get the rights to Spider-Man, which they
Sony.
won't from
Yeah,
Sony.
from Sony.
So they can't. They're just going to leave them out. They have to.
They can't really do that.
They
If you-
have to.
They can't. Like, it's part of. How would they do the Civil War without him?
Well, I
They
mean,
just
animals
will.
have
Like,
important
same thing
They'll
with
find a way.
what about the X-Men?
They just
and the
don't.
Mutants? The mutants were a big part of the Civil War in the comics.
You
They
know
can't
what?
say mutant.
You know what? They
Because
made
mutant belongs
they
to
made
Fox.
Tony Stark make Ultron. So you know what? They
You
can
know
do
what I
whatever
always
the
thought
hell
was
they want.
stupid? Like in the X-Men, they're all mutants, but they like hate on the mutants. Like everybody hates the mutants,
But
but like
superheroes, they're
in the
okay.
same universe, there's superheroes that literally have almost the same powers, and then everybody loves them. Like, what's the difference? What's the real difference between a mutant and a
because
superhero?
not every mutant has to be a hero, but every hero can save the day.
But what about
Well, I
super
mean-
villains?
Can you imagine if, like, Spider-Man went insane and said, "I just want to kill all the Avengers"? How many do you think he'd get through?
Um,
I'm sure
Two.
he's
He's pretty
suit for
smart.
all of them.
I think
Hawkeye.
I think
To
he
be
has.
honest.
If he plans, he's got a good chance of beating all of them. He's like the Batman of Marvel. He's,
Do you guys remember the Deadpool versus Marvel universe?
Ashley, why are you texting me?
I don't remember that. Is that a
What
thing?
if Sean Bean played Spider-Man?
I would love that. What if Nicolas Cage played Thor?
What if William Shatner played Spider-Man?
What if Nicolas
what I-
Cage played Iron Man?
What if Nicolas Cage played every Avenger in the same movie?
What if Nicolas Cage
Hey,
played Nicolas
guys.
Cage?
There's a Google app that changes every picture on Google Chrome to Nicolas Cage.
Oh my
That's
God.
amazing.
There's
One true
another
God.
one that replaces every time the word God is mentioned, it puts in the words Nicolas Cage.
It'd be better if it
One
was
true God.
What if someone made a virus that changed every icon on your screen to Gabe Newell?
I'd be okay with this.
Same.
That's great.
Oh, and there was another one that changed every Wikipedia page to Nicolas Cage. Like if you looked up Detroit City, it'd say Nicolas Cage is the best city in
I mean,
Michigan.
who doesn't look up the Detroit City? Am I
It just
right?
changes every proper now.
Detroit City.
It's a good city.
Not funny.
Never been there.
It is.
I have been there, and I've been to the nice part, and I've looked at the bad part from the
There's a
highway.
nice part.
I have looked at the bad part with my telescope. Yeah, I'm not going there.
I've been there. I've been to the nice part, 13 miles outside the city.
Oh my God. Okay. I think we should move
So
on to
you
the
guys
topic.
just made every Detroit citizen hate
We're
us.
all dead anyway. Dead or in gangs, right?
All right.
How are they
enough,
gonna afford a computer?
This is a good
Enough.
point.
Enough.
Enough
Okay.
about Detroit.
Okay. Enough.
Hey, if SSO should get away with
Go.
it.
Computer specs for Assassin's Creed Unity.
It's
Too
ridiculous.
much. No,
Let's go back to talking about Detroit.
So, what exactly are they?
Too high. Just like the rent.
Just not enough.
let's read it. We put it up here. Let's read it.
Too low.
Minimum
Your mom.
i5,
Oh,
6
your mom.
gigabytes of RAM, GeForce GTX 680 or AMD HD 7970, which is what the current gen consoles use, and that's the minimum.
See, I don't think that's not bad of specs. I think that's
What
totally
for
acceptable.
minimum?
Yeah.
As a maximum, that would be alright.
As a maximum, that would be okay.
No. I think that's
You're-
fine.
Because of these specs.
That wouldn't be okay as a maximum.
How was that? Not
I wouldn't
okay?
think there would be a maximum.
I mean, like a recommended.
Oh, fair enough. Well, no, even recommended.
Recommended is supposed to be if you
Have like a
recommended
$2,000
specs-
PC.
If you have recommended specs, then you should be able to play the game on the high preset. Maybe not the ultra preset, but at least the high preset. Minimum is supposed to be low preset.
Like
So-
if you had a computer with an i5 and a 770, you could probably get away with spending like $500 for that.
Absolutely not. Are you on
Yeah.
crack? There's no way.
Well, just because he has
Yeah.
nothing to do with this podcast.
a
I mean,
I mean, if it was a-
7970, not a 770. 7970s are like $300.
It would be
I
somewhat
thought you said
excusable
770.
if it was a new IP and not Assassin's Creed, because people are going to want to buy Assassin's
I
Creed because
wanted
it's
to buy
Assassin's
it.
Creed.
That's why. That's one of the.
If it was a
reasons I got-
completely new IP, it would be excusable, but it's not.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
still,
It is frame locked at
See,
30 frames a second.
What
right?
this really is just a way to sell the new console.
it has the processor that much, but it's locked at 30 frames per second.
Yeah,
Did you-
that's.
did you
I
guys see the
can't. I
trailer?
can't get that.
That's
Unity?
ridiculous.
Where it sees him going through time because there's like a time collapse
yeah,
or something.
I saw that. I saw
What'd you think about
get to
that?
play
He's like in
soccer.
World War One or something.
I thought. Well, that's gonna be. I assume that's gonna be not part of the story. Just like a side thing. Kind
Yeah,
of like the.
That's a side thing.
So how
Kind of like the
I-
Desmond missions and Revelations, where you had to
nobody
get the
cared
Empress
about
back.
them.
I thought they were kind of cool. They were
Nobody
okay.
cared about Desmond. He was okay in Assassin's Creed 2, and he's all like,
Anyways, my
I'm
question
the
is, how is it going to
precursor.
run on consoles if it's that high? for PC?
25 frames, probably.
Just like it usually does.
Yeah.
So is it
bad.
just a
Well,
really
you gotta-
poor?
you gotta
Is it
think
just a
what
really
they're building
bad
it for
port,
first.
or is it what?
I think it's
They're
a poorly
optimizing it for
optimized game
consoles.
overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's optimized
Yeah.
for consoles.
If you need that high of a specs, then it's going to be really badly optimized.
Because the minimum specs are basically equivalent to what the consoles have.
Like, you know, when a game's locked at 30 frames a second, it's always a console port, usually.
I don't think it'd be very hard at all for them to lower those specs down drastically to like an i3 minimum and an i5 max. I don't think
Yeah,
that'd
but
be that
it's-
hard.
It's Ubisoft, so
It is
true.
Ubisoft.
They never care about PC players.
In
Yeah,
other words,
true.
a lot of Japanese focused games are coming to PC.
That's
like
exactly
Metal Gear
what I
Solid
wanted.
5 and Final Fantasy 15.
No,
Final
right?
Fantasy, stupid.
I heard the Final Fantasy 13 port was awful.
I said 15. I'm not talking about 13.
Oh, okay.
Oh, didn't 15 actually look kind of good?
15 looks
I thought
amazing.
15 did look good. I'm
It
not a
was-
big Final Fantasy fan,
Is that the
but
trailer with the kids in the car?
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy: The Road Trip. Pretty much. It
Best
looks
title
like
ever.
a mix between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Crisis Core. Final Fantasy Crisis Core.
That's what I can't wait for. When
And it's
is
gonna look
Kingdom Hearts
awesome.
3 coming out?
Like
Well, you're
next
the only
year.
one with the PS3. You're the only one with the console here that can play. Oh wait, I guess Zach1 can play it. I really
What?
want
I don't
Kingdom
have
Hearts
a-
3,
I don't
but I
have a
won't
Is
play
it a
it.
PlayStation exclusive still, or
It
did
is.
No.
It's a
It's
PlayStation
for
no, it's
Xbox
One.
Xbox.
and for
It's- yeah,
PS4.
it's Xbox.
Oh, I do have an Xbox One.
Guys, they have
I
a
don't think
Frozen
Zach would
level
want to play it though.
in the
Like,
new.
I don't even remember.
Zach1, Zach2, you're awesome for wanting to play it. You're
Like,
my new
I
favorite
don't-
Zach.
I don't know, like, the last time I played a game on the Xbox One. It's like, it switches between TV and Netflix. That's what it's for. That's what it does.
I think the only game on my PS4 that I play a lot is probably Madden.
All right.
I think the last game I
Wow.
played was Titanfall, probably.
Last
would
game I
appreciate
played on
that.
consoles was Dark Souls 1.
I would appreciate if the PS4 came out and had like 5 games at least at launch, but it's like, here's the knack. Have fun.
Yeah. See, I got mine with Ghosts, which I still haven't played much. 'Cause, you
And
know,
you're not really
Ghosts.
missing anything.
Yeah, exactly. and
I think you'd be better off
Killzone,
never
which
playing
is
it.
the same thing.
Probably better off never playing it.
Like, I know you guys haven't played any of the current Call of Duties, but, like,
I have.
Not Daniel.
there it's
Connor has.
it's like the bottom of the barrel. Like, there's no game worse than Call of Duty.
I played Ghost though when it was the free to play weekend.
I played Black Ops 2.
I
like
own
Black Ops
every
2.
single one of them, and I regret it.
I like Black
So
Ops 2 a lot.
games coming out next year. What are you looking forward to the most? next year?
Batman.
Evolve.
Next
Evolve.
year.
Batman game looks or sounds.
Which
Oh,
is-
Arkham Knight, yeah.
Which
that
is
I
coming
think,
out
I'm,
next
I
year?
think I'm actually looking forward to Mortal Kombat 10 more than Batman.
Oh yeah, MKX
Really?
is going to be amazing.
I'm
Like, can't you
so
create your own
bad
fighter in
at
that?
fighting Games.
That has not been announced.
What, like Soul
I don't
Calibur?
think so.
Yeah, sort of like Soul
There,
Calibur, I
there.
guess.
I think it was Mortal Kombat Armageddon where you can make your own character. They
Ooh,
might do that.
Never,
good.
never mind.
I really hope they do.
Uncharted 4.
It'd be really cool. Ed Boon recently tweeted out a picture where I think he's hinting at Kenshi. Because like the other person was like floating in the air kind of, and he had 2 fingers to his forehead, so it looked like Kenshi.
I don't
Yeah.
even remember. I don't even know.
I don't
what
ever go on
happened.
Twitter.
Kenshi was the blindfolded guy with like the mystical teleport.
Well, yeah, I know who
sword.
Kenshi is. I just never go on Twitter.
The
Oh,
first 2 games
okay.
I ever played was Quake 3 and Mortal Kombat 1 on the SNES. Those are the first 2 games I ever played, and I was good at Mortal Kombat as a 5-year-old, and I don't even know what happened.
Isn't it like a
First
mystery
game
how
I ever
5-year-olds are
played-
the best players ever?
Uh,
Like, you're just
I-
amazing
I-
at everything when you're 5?
I could destroy
So another
everybody.
point on that.
First
is-
games I ever
Did you
played
just
were
say you
Mortal
could destroy a
Kombat 2,
5-year-old?
I think,
Yeah.
and Chrono Trigger.
So another point on like the kids being better at games. Remember Pokemon when
Let-
you
Yes.
didn't have to look up anything?
Well,
Yes.
that's because the games are easier.
Yeah, they were
No.
really easy when you were kids. For some reason.
Now I
'Cause
would,
you
if I
just
played
use,
that
like-
game now, I would have no idea how to do anything.
Because what you did, you just picked up Charman and kept using a flamethrower and everything, even though you knew it didn't work. You just kept using it.
Well-
And you won every fight.
I wouldn't
I don't
say
know.
it
I
got
don't-
easier.
I
I'd
don't
just
think
say
I
like
was-
when you were
I think
little,
I've
you
gotten
just
better.
grinded more, is all, and now you strategize more.
It's a good point. We were not as patient Because I remember back in the days when I used to play private matches on COD 4 and just blow up bodies with C4, because that was fun to watch. I did that for hours. I'd never do that. That's like the most boring thing ever.
Yeah, another thing I used to do when I was a kid and I can't do anymore is like when I was little, if I didn't know how to do a level, I would keep at it for 3-4 hours, like hours on
Yeah.
end. I would just keep trying
Yeah.
to finish the level without even looking up a
I
guide.
think
That's how I beat the Simpsons game on PS2.
I got driven to
Oh
tears
my
playing
God.
Super Mario Sunshine because that game was hard as crap.
It was.
That's the hardest Mario game beside the Lost
Mario
Levels.
Party.
That's the
Yeah,
one with,
Mario Party.
Mario Party.
I actually generally
The
just
story of
rage quit Mario
friendships.
Party 4 like a week ago because I had like 5 stars and especially
Oh, I
at
love
2.
that game.
And it's like, oh, okay, now it's time to swap stars, and it was mine and with the AI, and the AI like immediately just started running off into like red spaces, so he lost all of his money. And so
That's the only game where the enemy, like everybody else, could literally not move or participate in the minigames. You could still lose. Like,
Have you seen Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
like
So
like
another
are you
game
talking
coming
like in
out.
Super
in-
Smash? Oh, it's my bad.
You go ahead.
Okay, like in Super Smash Brothers, I've seen people like everybody else is just running around and then like fighting each other, and then a person's just like sitting there, not even moving, and then everybody falls off, and, and he's
it's a
just sitting
legitimate
there.
strategy.
Yeah. Same thing with
Camping.
like no, like in Mario Party, there's like this one map with bumper
Yeah.
cars.
Mario Party. Camping.
Bumper cars.
Totally works.
Have any of you guys played like the new Smash Bros?
Yeah.
I've seen
no.
people
A little
play,
bit.
but I haven't played because I
I've seen
never got a
people-
Wii U.
I've played it on Dixie's 3DS.
I played the demo a little bit on my 3DS.
So how did you feel knowing that they're gonna bring back Mewtwo?
Are they?
Odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
Wii U.
Wii U.
To get them.
I didn't like Mewtwo.
No one had the
Well,
Wii U.
wasn't Lucario kind of a reskin for Mewtwo, anyways?
Like I was playing Mewtwo and he was just like the slowest thing I've ever seen. I got like
He
destroyed.
can't
Like
be slower than Snake.
Snake was the
I was
best, so
good
he
with
was an
Snake.
OG.
I love playing Snake.
Meta Knight, best character,
Oh,
bro.
They had the Wii
yeah.
trainer.
I know.
That was not my best character, but it was my only character.
My
Meta
best
Knight has
character
its own
was
tier in
Kirby.
like MLG competitions. Like if you're playing a Meta Knight, you all have to be Meta Knights for it to be fair.
Yeah.
I play Kirby.
Kirby's-
I am.
Oh, you started playing Orion. Why?
So
What?
I do what I want.
I already
Why?
said
Andrew,
so- Do you
I
want
do what I want.
what I was saying.
Andrew, we won't save you.
You guys know what
Don't
I was
Alright.
go
saying.
there. We can't
Alright.
bring you back from that.
Alright.
Okay, so I have
There's
something
no-
on my
Okay,
list.
wait,
and
wait,
you,
wait.
Daniel,
Wait,
had
Connor.
You lose your
oh,
innocence.
What?
Okay,
What?
Connor, go ahead.
You know what else comes out in 2015? Battlefront.
Battlefront.
Oh, yeah,
that is.
true.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. It's
Yeah,
not third
and you guys
person
were
anymore.
bitching that it's not in third.
I
it's like
always
all in
played
first
Battlefront
person.
in first person though, if I
I
could.
played it in third person, but I won't mind it because I love those games.
I will
So-
mind it. There's
Listen-
a Call
listen-
of Duty mod.
Well, listen,
that's
one thing
first-person
I
Star
really
Wars.
wanna
Might as well
see
just
is,
play
like,
that.
One thing I really want to see is how a Jedi in first person would be. That's kind of what I want to
The
see.
same way the Jedi is in first person in Battlefront.
Well, I mean, they can do more.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, okay. Is your point?
Listen, can you imagine
Oh.
like forcing like a plane like out of the sky and just pummeling into the ground?
You see,
Just-
now you're making it sound cool, Zach.
I want.
It will be cool.
I can't wait. It sounds. I mean,
I mean,
Greg, did you play
just hope it's not
Battlefront or
Battlefront
Battlefield?
or
Did
a
you play
Battlefield with a like. remix.
Yes, I've played Battlefield.
Did you like it?
Eh.
Eh.
I
Kidding.
li-
Yes, I like Battlefield 3.
Then
and,
what's your
Battlefield 2.
problem?
Because that's not Battlefront to me.
Oh,
To me, that's
I think
not
he's
Battlefront.
complaining like what Beyond Earth is to Civ 5.
Beyond Earth is amazing.
Okay,
so
yeah,
you
we get
think
it, Connor.
you think
We know you think it's amazing, Connor.
Battlefront.
And you're the
I'm the
only
only one here that's played it.
A mod.
Like I'm gonna
Star
give it a
Wars
chance, and I'm gonna try to like it as much as I can. I just feel like it'll be weird for me starting to play it at first. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but still,
I think it'll
Alright.
be great because I trust
So,
Dice because they made
I'm
I
gonna move on.
don't trust Dice.
they made Mirror's Edge.
They
and
also made
Battlefield
Battlefield 4.
Yeah, it was,
All right.
Take
so
the good
Yeah,
with
what
that.
was
We're
that,
gonna
Daniel?
move
take the good with the bad.
We're gonna move on. Okay. So Daniel, I have something on my list, and you were talking about Game Informer comments on Shadow Mordor. They give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh god,
8
I
out of
gotta,
10.
I gotta pull that back up. You guys.
Okay.
The only thing, while he's looking that up, the only thing I don't like about Shadow of Mordor, besides the very last line, is that it doesn't give you like much options or like gadgets, sort of like say an Assassin's Creed game or a Batman game. So a lot of times you'll be stuck doing cheesy things, like say someone's immune to ranged attacks and combat finishers, and you can't jump over them. So
How is
like
someone
what
immune
you're
to ranged
reduced to pretty much is
Yeah,
hiding
yo,
and then
it's so
stealth attacking.
stupid.
Hiding
Like,
and stealth attacking.
If somebody has no armor on their head, but they have a bow in their hands, the arrows will just bounce off their head like nothing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this person's immune to range.
Aren't
This
there
person is
mentally
immune to
challenged
physics.
goblins too, or like mentally damaged
I don't
goblins?
care that much
Orcs?
about the realisticness, Daniel, but it still
are.
bothers me.
There's like orcs that are like missing a chunk of their brain or something. They talk like retard kids.
It's
Well, like
like
some like don't talk at all; they just yell at you.
saying
And some
someone
don't
is
even yell at you.
immune to range when they have no armor is like saying they're immune to physics. You might as well make them fly. I mean, what's the point? Where's the realism in that?
I don't
Okay.
much care for
It's
the
like-
realism part,
He's
but
been
like,
a leader for 3 years. He's he's a newer guy and also has the power of flight.
oh yeah, he also has the power of flight.
Okay, so it
Can
says
turn invisible.
So
In the
he gets on
playability-
the battlefield and it's just like GG.
All right, let's hear
in the
Daniel.
playability section of the Shadow of Mordor review, they say a multi-layered set of in-game upgrade systems all interact with one another, and the complex controls take hours to master.
It
Not
does
recommended.
take hours. To
That's
master.
what I'm saying. It's
The game is
freaking
so easy.
Batman. It's Batman. That's all you need to know. It's like that combat system. That's how complex.
Or
it is.
Sleeping Dogs, even.
Or Sleeping Dogs.
It's easy to learn, hard to master, maybe,
Not
but it's an
really.
easy game.
I mastered it probably in my second fight. I mean, it's because I
Yeah.
played Batman, I played Assassin's Creed, and I played Sleeping Dogs. It's such a basic combat system, but
It's
it
probably
works.
And it's
because
not a
Game
bad
Informer has just
system
been playing
either.
Call of
No.
Duty.
It
Hey, can we,
works and
like-
it's good.
In the new Batman, there's one thing I just want to point out real quick. In Arkham Knight, when you're fighting, you have a thing called Fear Takedown, where if you beat up like 5 people, the last guy's actually going to like have like half a heart attack because you just taken out like 5 friends in like 30 seconds. You can just run over to him and like punt him on the head.
That's similar to a mechanic in Shadow of Mordor, actually. Because if you do an execution during a combat, it'll scare the rest of them.
Yeah, well, that's a certain execute though. And
Still.
well, if it's a captain, it'll.
There
do
are
that
different
too.
versions.
But it also says the replay value is only moderate. It's like
What?
this
The
game
Nemesis
is
system.
completely. Yeah, this game is
I, like,
completely different
I
each
would
time you play.
I would spend like 50 hours by itself just on the Nemesis system without playing any of the story.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
what I did for like. That's why I haven't gotten anywhere in the story because I spent 3 hours doing the stupid Nemesis stuff because it's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's awesomely stupid when the same guy comes back after the 4th time you stab them through.
Oh,
the
is
face.
this a bad time? No, not really. You can come here. I'll kill you again. No
And then they
I
problem.
like how
kill
they
you.
they say that you stabbed them. It's like you burned my head.
cut my head
Where am
off.
I
This
shit?
time. But it's really cool because like say you do burn their head, then if they come back, they'll come back with a bag over their head or bandages.
A
Or
bag,
if you
like a
if you
Walmart
stab
bag.
them,
Is
or
it,
say
is
you
it like
stab
the
them in
paper
eye, they'll
bag
come
with
back
like the
like a metal
eye holes cut out?
patch.
I'm fairly certain I've decapitated people and they came back. I'm not kidding. I'm fairly certain that's happened.
I
Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
you've
I
already
just
stated
threw
that
that
physics
back
don't work
on.
in the game.
I honestly don't see what you guys think is so bad about this game.
It's
Shadow of
not,
Mordor
it's
or
amazing.
Orion.
Orion.
Orion sucks.
Orion.
Ryan is horrible.
It
We're
is
not
not
talking-
that bad.
It's horrible.
We're not talking about this.
You know what else wasn't that bad?
Not talking
That
about
game
this.
was literally like Halo 1 or 2
We're not talking about
with
this.
dinosaurs.
I thought it was pronounced
No,
Orient.
Andrew,
It's much worse.
you want to know what else wasn't that bad? E.T.
You know what else wasn't that bad?
Now you're
9/11.
just sounding stupid.
Well, if you know what E.T. is and what it did, then yeah.
I mean, like apparently they fixed a lot of the stuff, so
I haven't played
Can't be
it.
all that
They
bad.
renamed it.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't want to.
So,
I don't want to.
I got-
Oh, you know there's a. Oh wait, what? Orion Dino Beatdown is the name that it was first published under.
Do you wrestle dinosaurs?
Do
Do
you
you?
wrestle dinosaurs?
I mean, I do in my
I
free
wrestle
time.
What was it
dinosaurs.
called when we played it?
I
It was,
majored
it
in
was-
bear wrestling, but
it
I
was
minored in
Orion-
dino wrestling.
Bear baiting?
No, bear
it was
wrestling.
Dino Horde, right?
So
Orion
Sorry,
Dino
this-
Horde, I
I
think.
got
Should
two
be
more
so.
topics to cover, right? I got GTA 5 for
Eh.
PC, and which I'm actually really excited for.
I'm
And
not
Borderlands,
probably won't
the
play
pre
If
the prequel.
no heist, no buy.
Okay.
I mean, like,
See, I will just play my PS3 version alone with no friends.
I
I will be happy
not
about
That's what you get for
about
getting
heist.
PS3.
I don't give a shit about Heist as long as they have
On Metacritic, it has a 2.
Mods.
It has a 36 Metascore for critics, and it has a 5.8 user score.
What game?
Orion Prelude.
I think
Like,
that's
okay, so
that's,
GTA 5 PC.
generous.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes for Rubber?
Oh,
Like
okay.
I had a theory of why they didn't come up with Heist because they thought I think everybody thought that they were gonna be like something big,
68.
and the way they were gonna release it is like it's not really that big. It's just like another game mode, like Team Deathmatch or something. It's not really that big of a deal. And then they had to make it a big deal, and then
Yeah.
release it. I think that's what they
I
had
think
to
they're
do.
going to release it at the same time as the next gen version.
I don't know, man.
If it even comes out for the current gen version, Heist. Like I don't.
If
Either
it
it doesn't
I'm
come out
not
for the current gen
fine,
version,
I
or
refuse.
it comes out with the next gen version.
They've literally said like, "Oh, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. We'll do it next week." And then it was, "Oh, we'll
It'll
do
be
it
in the
next
next
month."
patch.
Then-
It'll be in winter. It'll be in spring.
Yeah, they said it
It'll
would
be
be in
the summer.
spring, and then that never happened. And then they said it'd be here by what was the other date they gave after that?
in the summer, I think.
In the summer? No.
Oh no,
Let's see
no,
what
no.
they're
That was,
saying now.
Again, if it doesn't come out with the next gen versions, it won't come out for the current gen
at
Here's
version.
the
least they
thing,
haven't
though.
came out. They haven't made a date in a long time. I think they're just saying it comes out when it comes out. Yeah.
How can it take that long? What else
Like
do they have
I
to
said,
work on?
I'm
Duke
telling
Nukem
you.
Forever took that long.
I'm telling
Half-Life
you.
3.
I don't think it was meant to be a huge part of the game. They were just gonna add it as like a little bonus, like further down the road.
Yeah, but
And
now
then everybody
they feel
hyped it
pressure.
up, and then they were like, "Oh shit, everybody's gonna be disappointed," and then they had to add more stuff.
Here's
I mean,
the
that's
thing,
just my
like,
theory. It's not really based.
The
off
thing
of
about GTA 5 like Heist is that you don't need it for the money. You don't need it for the experience. It's like it just seems like something to do. You're gonna do with like 4 friends. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if they're gonna have like specific lobbies for Heist with only 5 people in them, and Heists are gonna be a pretty big deal, wouldn't that slow down the game significantly? Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, in some ways, I actually think it's going to it's gonna harm the game in some ways, because it like people are gonna think about it, it's like, oh, this isn't a big deal, but if they release it and you have to be like level 50 to do the first one, people are just gonna rage at it.
It's
Yeah.
gonna harm the
Things that they
game
said-
more than people not playing it.
One of the patches they said they were going to do early on,
Sure.
but they never implemented, which I was really disappointed about, is like, you know how in the single player you can invest in things?
Yeah.
Like you can invest
Yeah.
in certain companies.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
I
do
remember that.
They
assassination
did say
missions.
that was going to be in it. Isn't
They
it?
said that you could have crews, and then you can invest in the crews, and then
Oh, I didn't hear about
that gives them money to do heists. So if they pull off a successful heist, you get a share of their heist since you invested in them. I was so
I
excited
didn't
for
hear
that.
about that part.
And they never said anything about it again. I don't even think they're gonna mention it ever again.
I mean, GTA 5 is amazing. Like,
Yeah,
the single player was awesome, but
it's just I
The
burned through it
multiplayer-
so fast.
so stale. It,
I
like the
burned through
multiplayer.
everything so
Stale
fast.
multiplayer. That multiplayer was awesome for a while. Like just
For a
messing
while.
around with people.
I never really
Me
got
and
into
Zach
it.
spent like I think all of New Year's Eve night putting C4 on planes and then driving the planes into people.
Into other people. Yeah,
I played.
We spent like
GTA
3
5
hours on that.
I played GTA 4 multiplayer for probably like 100 hours, and I played GTA 5 for like maybe 10.
see, this is why I'm so excited for it to come out for the PC.
Here's one thing I
Because
like.
it's gonna add mods, and then it's gonna be like a whole new game for me.
I have a problem with GTA 5 story as they ended it with 69 missions, and if they did that just for the joke, I almost broke the disc after I saw that, because they could have went so much more into the story. And if they
There was a
ended-
lot of missions.
There was a lot of
It was-
missions.
It
Wasn't
took
it
me like
50 hour
40
campaign?
hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
it took me
I
like
mean,
I
there's a
still
lot of
haven't finished it.
missions, but they like Michael's family gone for like half the game, comes back, doesn't do anything. Franklin never like did anything hood except for those 2 missions.
Well, the whole point was they were all hypocrites, but he was always trying to get out of the hood.
Trevor was like insane, and then he stopped for like a couple of missions, and then he went back to going insane, and then he just
He's
went
got
full
a
on-
really weird sense of honor and justice.
He
Really
does.
misplaced.
Not gonna lie, but the first few missions, it's him like just
He's
burning down.
arguably the best character that way because he has the most quote morals.
I remember when I switched to Trevor and he was under a dock with a businessman tied to a pole, and he's like, and that is the downsides of trickle down economics. And
I
he's-
remember that. I that was like the 3rd time I ever switched to Trevor.
that was
That never happened to me.
Michael's still my favorite character.
Yeah, I would agree.
I liked
I like the
Michael.
whole
Michael was
Franklin
the
Lamar
most bland
thing. I
character
always
to
thought
me.
that was funny.
I liked Michael. Like, he was pretty good early on, and then he's all like, his family leaves. He's like, my family left, and he's like,
Yeah, he
well,
was
I
such
guess
a
I
whiny
guess.
bitch later on. I hated
Michael
that.
was so bland to me.
And then his son walks back to the house. He's like, "Hey, Jimmy, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, yo, pops, you want to go get the family back?" He's like, "All right." And he gets off the sofa and he goes like gets his family back together. He punches the Namaste dude in the face. He's like, "All right, we're a family again." And no more arguments ever happened ever.
Hey,
Yeah,
That's
he
shocking.
literally solved his family problems with violence.
Yeah.
Like, and he didn't just punch him; he shot him, right? Like, I remember killing him.
No, do you remember Laszlo? He
I
Wasn't that-
remember
wasn't his-
Laszlo.
Wasn't his therapist like trying to steal his car or something? No,
his therapist is trying to
can't
steal
remember.
his stories and put them on like the air, and he's like, "I don't appreciate that." And he's like, "I'm not going to use any real names."
okay.
Score.
That's
What was that?
hard sound effect.
I mean, in the game, I remember having to chase him down in his car, and then I remember killing him. Same
You
with
could let him go.
same with the paparazzi thing. I was kind of surprised at that. Remember Beverly? Oh, the Franklin missions.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like at the end of all that, for some reason that I can't remember, you killed him. It was kind of
Because he
bizarre.
didn't give you any credit, and he was like, "Yo, yeah, I told you I'd make it on the big time scene." He's like, "Okay, now get out of here," and you can either like leave him alone or just shoot him. But remember,
I think I shot him.
Franklin isn't a hood rat. He's not supposed to do these things, guys.
you know what?
Just
mission
trying to
in
get out of
game
that
left
life.
most of a mark. It was with that one where you like take a drug and then you have a gigantic machine gun and you're shooting aliens.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
That mission was so hilarious.
I think I like
That was-
Franklin's
I was
the
like,
most.
when I was playing that-
this is just a little. This is a bit dry. What is this?
When I was playing that, I was like, "Am I playing GTA or Saints Row?" I got confused for a second.
Can we talk about like that drug mission for a minute, where you have to go get the guy's drugs in the trucks, and he's all like, "Meet me at Central Hall," and he's like, "Dude, there are like aliens here," and he's like, "All right, he's high, obviously something's gonna happen." I stood at that part for like 45 minutes, and I thought he'd come and show up, but he never did. So I'm like, am I supposed to do something? And like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, is he gonna come, or is this just gonna be a fake?
Did I get dumped? Because I stood up.
What was it? Did you guys do the Michael mission with the submarine?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I hated
Oh
this.
my god.
It was
Yeah,
so
that took
slow.
like an hour. Because the fucking submarine
It took
was
an
so
hour
slow.
to get 30 feet.
See, I stopped
Did
playing
anybody-
the single player after the heist with the submarine.
Did anyone find that nuclear waste or whatever that you had to find
Yes.
the submarine?
You have
Yeah.
to
Because
literally
whoever that
drive
is-
around the whole island.
Whoever did that, can you be our president, please?
Well, I did do that.
Wait, what?
No, there's no way, Greg. That would have
did.
taken at least 30 hours.
What are you talking
Daniel, I stood in line for 2.5 hours to get some signatures. I did that.
What? I don't believe.
I got I thought you were talking about the achievement where you get in the submarine and you go around the island, you pick up those little
Yeah,
collector things. What do you
Yeah.
mean you should be president? What does that mean?
because you're patient. But
Oh, I did that.
Patience equals
you-
presidency.
You know what
That-
achievement
I
was the
timed
most
it and it
annoying
took-
for me?
it took an
was
hour.
the shark one.
Some
I
change.
could not find a shark when I tried to get that achievement.
Thanks, consoles.
I
Thanks,
just
Obama.
got off. I went like way far in a boat, and then I just waited, and there was a shark.
I went really
That's what
far.
I did,
My
but it
boat
took me
exploded.
literally an hour to find a shark. And I was like, come on, there's supposed to be more common than this.
I saw a shark swim on land one time,
Oh, those are the
and I
best.
tried to shoot it, and then it killed me.
That's
Do you guys
amazing.
like? Oh, what was it? Did you do the triathlon missions?
Yeah, I completed most of the stuff.
The final one is 30 minutes long.
is it really?
The only thing I did,
That's 30 minutes of you tapping the sprint button.
I think,
Oh, man,
I don't remember
the,
if I remember.
your
Oh
thumbs
yeah, I
really
do.
hurt
Remember.
at the
You were
end of that.
Michael, and you were trying to beat that lady, right? And
No,
then you,
like no, it's not, I know what you're talking about, but there's an actual triathlon like side mission you get from like doing those missions, or or something like
I want to
that.
say I did that because the only thing I didn't do in the single player was the spaceship parts, and
Those were impossible, dude.
I didn't want to do it. I did most of everything in there, except that and then stunt jumps. I never did those.
Did you guys know if you get 100% on GTA 5, you unlock a secret bonus mission with Franklin where you hunt down Bigfoot?
Yeah. I have a friend that completed it on the first month he had it.
Was it Cal?
No, it was Preston.
What is it?
I was gonna say Preston.
What is it with Rockstar and hating people's gamer scores? Because you can beat the entire game and get like half the collectibles and have like 200 gamer score.
Yeah.
Piss me
Pretty
off.
All the achievements
And
in
then there's
GTA 5, you have the very
stuff.
basic. There's like 5 for completing the story. Then there's like a whole bunch of multiplayer ones. And there are like some secret achievements where it's like, oh, you went to this place at this time and found that UFO. Congratulations. And it's like,
Yeah.
there's 3 UFOs. You can only get one of them if you 100% the game.
Isn't it just
I
a
can't
car?
believe- When did GTA come out? It's almost been a year, hasn't it?
It's almost
Yeah.
been,
It's November the 3rd, right?
Yeah.
Guess I can look it up.
I can't remember when it came out, but it's been
Came
like a
out
whole year.
September 17th, 2013. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
been
been
a
more
little
than a
over a year.
Damn.
Wow.
Time flies.
Phew.
Time flies when you're in Mr. Green's class.
Time flies when you don't have heists.
I remember I got that game. Like, if you get a target, they're like, hey, you're one of the first people to get this game. You know, here you go. And I got the blimp, and I got the blimp. I only drove that thing
I got the
once.
blimp too.
I only drove,
I think
drove
I have
that
it.
thing
I
once.
crashed into it a few more times than I rode it.
I never pre-ordered it, but I got to drive the blimp. I don't know how.
I
Because
didn't
you got it
pre-order it.
early on.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
first.
I got it the third day it came out.
First shipment.
Yeah, so.
So the only thing left I had to talk about is Borderlands the pre-sequel, and I'm not even a
I've
fan
never
of
played a
Borderlands.
Borderlands game.
Okay, so
don't you
I've
guys
never
like
finished the Borderlands
Borderlands?
games, but I do like the series.
I beat the
Borderlands
first
sucks.
and second one plus the
So did I.
DLC. And there was
I didn't do the DLC for the first one.
the character Mr. Torg, and like he is my favorite character in Borderlands 2. And when I saw him in the pre-sequel, I died a little because I knew they were just gonna milk his nipples for like funny quotes. And like I just felt
yeah.
bad because I was like, he was really funny in the DLC he was introduced, but then he started coming up in every single other Borderlands thing, and I was like, guys, you know, you can stop now. You don't have to keep using him. You can just make your own character. And I saw him in the pre-sequel. I was like, yeah, he's dead. My bad.
I don't
That's a
know
good
if I'm like
shame.
dysfunctional
Rip
or
and
something, but like when I was playing Borderlands, I just like I appreciated like all the comedy and stuff that was happening, but I just felt like so bored all the time.
That's how I felt. That's how
You
I
need
felt.
to play with people.
I
or else
did play it with people. I played it with Colin and
Yeah.
Logan.
The only time I played
Okay,
it was
well,
with Logan.
let's be completely honest.
There's my
I did.
problem. I realize that, but still.
Yeah, okay.
I played it with my brother on Christmas morning when I got it,
Well,
and I
there's
was
your
just
problem.
like, what?
Played it with Michael.
Play it with, not boring people.
Okay,
I wouldn't say Logan's boring and Colin's not boring.
you
They're just-
you gotta stop dropping the inside
The,
references.
the proper nouns.
Yeah,
I think
because nobody's gonna know what you're talking about.
Watch
think-
Dogs came out this year. I don't know why. but
Actually,
it seems
I
like
actually
that
really
game
like
was-
that
Stop
game.
the proper nouns.
Watch Dogs was fun, but like I thought you could do so much more with the hacks instead of just like hack into a
I
camera.
played it a little
Oh, yeah.
bit, and I was not very satisfied. And
Really,
there's no
I
way
really enjoyed it.
There's
Here's
no
the-
like I
I
played
still
maybe an
believe in it.
hour, and I was like, "There's no way I'd be able."
Here's
to
the thing,
I
though.
felt like it was a really good idea with really poor execution.
Here's the thing, though. I trucked half things because I knew at the very beginning. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna have any hacks or hacking power or whatever. I need to level up my phone. I need to upgrade to iOS 8, and then like I upgraded at my phone. It was like almost max halfway through the game. I was like, I can disable a helicopter for 10 seconds. That's fine if I didn't have 4 of them to deal with.
I know, right?
disable all of them.
Disable all of them.
Yeah. I think I'm about halfway, and I have
I think
phone
I
and
think the
something else
crappiest thing
nearly maxed.
I think the crappiest thing I remember doing was like walking up to a window and then I was like expecting to see a reflection or something kind of like GTA, and it was just like blurred crap, and I was like, what
Yeah.
is this game? And then like the driving, you ever played Sleeping Dogs?
Yes.
No,
The driving felt exactly like Sleeping Dogs to me.
the
It was
driving
really bad.
took so long to get used to.
Can we
For
talk
me.
about how GTA 4 had the more realistic driving in most video games?
Yeah, but I prefer GTA 5s.
Yeah, because like I got mad.
Zach, do you
'cause-
even drive?
listen, yes.
Listen,
Okay, I'll tell you from driving experience, GTA 5 is pretty accurate.
I know
Yeah.
that. I know they're both accurate and everything, but
Sleeping
GTA
Dogs,
5,
best
like-
driving ever.
Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs. The only thing fun about that driving is jumping out of the
You know
car.
what had good driving?
And
Yeah.
opening the door and hitting pedestrians.
Yeah.
What, Forza 5? Is that what you're gonna say, Connor?
I'm gonna say Mass Effect 1 with the Mako.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh my
was-
god!
A lot of
shut
people
up.
complain about the Mako, but I like the Mako. It's fun.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
I'm
god!
not
You
gonna
would
talk
be on
about
a
Mass
5-degree incline, and then you would hit the rockets, and you would fly into lava.
You know what's coming out early next year?
Amazing.
What?
The Order 1886.
No, but like I liked that
What?
game when I first saw it. So it was all
interesting to me.
like. Here's the thing, though. It was shrouded in mystery. It's like steampunk. Like these guys come out of the wagon. They got like laser guns. Like that's pretty cool. And then I saw it was like, oh, all right. It's just The Last of Us, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
everybody
was-
got really excited for it, and I was like, meh.
Hey,
And then I like.
what about that Mad Max game that we haven't heard about since April?
What about Metal
Yeah, how
Gear
about you're
Solid
the only
5?
person that wants to play it?
Zach
So-
one wants to play it. Tell him Zach one.
I like Mad Max the movies a lot, but I don't really know anything about the game, so I don't know what
Because
to say.
there is
But
nothing to know about the game.
it would be really cool, but I feel like post-apocalyptic Wasteland has been done a lot.
If I
and
see a
it's gonna be
game,
hard to set,
like-
set itself apart.
if I see a game that says post-apocalyptic and zombie, I just skip over it. I don't even care what the
Yeah.
title is. It could be.
Zombies.
See,
What
The
do you think is
Last
gonna
of
be the new
Us
zombies?
was amazing.
GTA Zombie Apocalypse.
That came out last year. That came out June of last year.
What
What?
did?
Last of Us.
Yeah,
It did. And then the remastered came out this year.
so amazing.
I'm just getting so
love
tired
that
of
game.
zombies. It's
It
so-
was a pretty like cliche
technically they're
story,
not
but the
zombies.
characters
Yeah.
were really what
I
sold
think
it.
the one thing I liked about The Last of Us, I guess, like this, I felt underappreciated. Like when I thought about this, it was like the zombies were like fungus men, and I'm like, well, I mean, we haven't really seen that much before. Oh, hey.
Yeah, and it's actually based
Cordyceps.
off of something that could actually
I
happen.
love that
yeah,
game.
cordyceps
Yeah.
with the ants.
Ants.
Yeah, I thought I
Minnesota.
appreciated that instead of just saying, "Oh, it's a disease."
I just realized what my most anticipated game of next year is. So
But
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh yeah, definitely. Did you see the trailer with the
I'm-
dog?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
with the wolf. He wore an eye patch. I was like, all right, that's it. That's settled.
Too many eye patches.
he wore an eye patch. I got up in my chair. It's like that's settled. I'm pre-ordering.
All the
thing.
mother base stuff is what I'm really excited for. Like you
I
can
would,
invade
like-
other people's bases. and
This might
stealth
sound
around.
stupid, but I
You
want
can organize patrols.
This sounds stupid. The way I want the game to end is you build up this mother base, and then you have to invade it. Like you make the patrols, you make
Oh,
the camera section,
That'd be awesome.
and then you have to go in and actually invade your own mother base.
You can even get nukes for the mother base to like make yourself bigger in the international like power scale.
Here's
like, Use it
only-
as deterrents.
Do you remember
I'm
the
still-
trailer? There was like 4 of them, not the E3 one.
I remember
no.
the mother base one, the gameplay trailer that they had, which I thought was really cool. They had the I guess to be completely honest, the Ground Zeroes was the trailer. So,
Do
the
you
2-hour
think
trailer?
nanomachines are going to be introduced in this?
You know, that's
No,
not a bad
I don't
idea
think so.
because
Nanomachines?
they never nanomachines, son.
all right, well,
Oh my
we're kind of nearing end time, but the way I'd
How
like
long
to
have
end
we
this
been
off is
doing
like
Yeah, about an hour.
we're about 50 minutes in.
Like, alright, that was
So
close.
I'd like to end it off with like, what do you think the game of the year should
This
be?
year?
Yeah.
For this year?
Dragon
Like
Age
personal
Inquisition.
opinions?
Oh.
Like your favorite
Yeah,
game or the
personal,
game that's
yeah.
going to be rated
Yeah.
highest?
So
Your
far,
favorite
I
game?
got this.
So
got
far,
this,
I
guys.
would say
Ready?
Shadowborn. Don't say Beyond Earth. I swear to God.
No,
Of
no.
2014 or 2015?
Ready?
2014.
2014.
Call of
Hmm.
Duty Ghosts.
Can you not?
You know what? I think
You know what, that's
at
his opinion?
EGX
Wait,
Next.
was that 13 or 14? I don't even remember.
That was 2013, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Advanced Warfare is this year's release.
Yeah,
I'd
at
say Dragon Age
DGX, I
Inquisition.
will not be surprised if Advanced Warfare wins Game of the Year.
This might sound dumb, but my favorite game, I really enjoyed my first playthrough of South Park: The Stick of Truth.
I heard,
Wait,
yeah,
when
that
is
was.
this
Did it come out this
Like-
year?
Did
Like,
that come
I
out
don't-
this year?
Yeah,
I
it
think
came
it
out this
did.
year. It came out like February though. It came out really early.
Like they put stuff in
Like-
games that I didn't even know could be in
March.
games.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
But
You know what, that's not
just
that-
South Park for
That
you.
might be. That might win like. I don't know, something. Maybe best character development.
Best character
And with best
development.
RPG because Dragon Age Inquisition is probably
Best
good.
graphics.
Uh,
See, I don't even remember what came out this year.
Yes,
It-
I know what mine is.
Last year and this year
What?
go together.
If you say Orion,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Orion because it's honestly not that bad, but it's not good.
It's not good.
My favorite game that was officially released this year is
don't
Smite.
you say it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's true. Smite was officially
What about
released.
Gauntlet? Don't you like that game?
I've never
I
played.
like Smite more.
I actually.
So yeah,
Um,
we got way better at this. We stopped interrupting each other.
It's true.
So
That-
wait,
yeah, I figured that out after.
Shut up.
I figured that out after the first 10 minutes. Like I was like, we're all interrupting. I'm gonna wait for a clear opening to speak.
That's what I was doing for about 20 minutes.
It is time to end.
Wait,
So
wait,
yeah,
before
thank
we
you
end.
for listening.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Just
Okay.
saying the dumb thing. I don't care.
Go ahead and
Well,
do
thank
it.
you for listening to the Wombo Combo first ever podcast. We might see you next time if this is ever posted. Thank you for watching it or listening or both.
Bye. Have a great time.